Hey guys, PeeCarNoo here, bringing you the GTA 5 video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about multi-class endurance championship and what's been going on lately in the past few races and how I reckon that I need to adapt more and improve. So basically what happened is, first race, which was Blaine County 24 hours, and the second race, which is Olympic GP, I practiced for, I was prepared, I knew what was going on, and I knew people around me, and it felt good being prepared at that time. I was on nearly every day of the week, putting about 10 laps in a day, and just doing what I could. As soon as the number 3 race hit, which was Ron Raceway, that turned out to go downhill, and I actually wasn't online at all on GTA for a week. I came online on a Sunday around 5 o'clock, bearing in mind that the race actually starts at 8 o'clock UK time. So I put in about 10 laps of practice on that track. Now, that's my fault, but because some of people around me finished like uni and they broke up, obviously your life gets distracted away from GTA and you start going out and whatever, and you don't come online as much, and I simply don't race as much as I did say a year ago or things like that, especially back on the last gen console, because the last gen consoles I was on pretty much 6 hours a day, 5 hours a day, sometimes going through the night. That's because I had a lot more time back then. I don't have that much time now at the moment, and obviously putting videos out drains even more time during the day, so I only have a limited amount of time, plus new games are out, and yeah. So basically what I'm trying to say is, race 3, where I actually came, I think it was last place, no practice, didn't prepare, my bad, and it was shit. It felt shit, it must have been shit watching it, and it was just shit basically. The race that happened last night, which was Compacts on LSGP, again, to be fair, I actually did put about 20 laps of practice in. However, for some reason my brain clunked out and I actually did all those 20 laps in dry conditions. I completely forgot it had a 60% chance of rain. The time I heard it had 60% chance of rain was the Sunday evening. This was literally before Bruffy went live on stream and he started doing the random generator, which was quite weird because I actually watched part of the PC race, and even though it was raining then, I didn't clock on to think this actually could happen in our race. So that was stupid, and that was just dumb of me to actually do, and I just went into that race thinking that I'd do quite well, 20 laps, I did good times on that in the dry conditions, but going into rain, going into a Rhapsody, which is a car I've never really driven, I always drive the Panto when it's a compact race, was just absolute AIDS for me. So what does this mean? What am I trying to say? Basically, what I'm trying to say is we've got the North Loop coming up next, right? We've got North Loop in coupes with GT1s and exemplars, which is obviously the category that I'm in. So what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to say is I'm going to start putting in practice for this race. Looking at the conditions, it's a 40% chance it's going to be raining, so it's not as likely as the other race, but it's still going to be there. And I just want to get back into the grind again. I just want to do, as well, because even I know I've been slacking. I'm not as good, I don't feel as quick and consistent as I used to do a year, 5 months ago, whatever you want to say, just because the amount of time that I lose on this game now is insane. I just don't have the time to get back on, but I really want to start putting in the effort, because the multi-class endurance is such a big event and I want to give it my all, and I know I've missed out on 2 races. That's my bad. I fucked up 2 races just because I thought I'd go in there, I'd be alright, and I wasn't, because we're up against some fucking quick guys. Like, Smithy is just dominating these last 2 races, and that guy is so incredibly quick to adapt to any given car. I reckon he's one of the best people to adapt to any car quickly as possible, whereas myself, even back on last gen, back in the days of hot lapping, someone always used to get the quickest lap time before me, and then as soon as I put, you know, a bit of effort into it, then I used to get it. And it's always been the case. I've never been the first to adapt to a race, you know, the quickest. I'm always one of the last. But once I nail it, I sort of do have, I sort of feel good about it, if that makes sense. So basically what I'm trying to say is, I'm going to be practicing for North Loop. I want to do well, you know. I want to have a stream that you guys watch where, you know, it's just not a complete fuckfest in terms of silly chokes, because I haven't learned the track and I haven't learned the car to its maximal potential. So it's going to be good. And you know, the North Loop is such an amazing track. It's a fan favourite out there, and it's a really good track to actually do. And in the coupes, the Exemplar does feel quite nice as well. I've never really driven the Exemplar. Again, it's not a car that I use, but obviously by putting into some practice, I will be sort of used to the car. So I hope, you know, I hope this sort of gets to you guys. You've probably seen it yourself. I've been playing shite, you know, and although you guys don't want to admit it because you probably think you're offending me in the comments saying, wow, you've gone shit. It's true, you can say it, because I know recently I have gone shit. So that is gonna start to change. I'm gonna start putting effort into, you know, the races and being prepared. Not so much, you know, maxing out, you know, qualifying times, not qualifying times, but practice times, just meaning being prepared. Look, it's going to be 40% rain, so let's do some rain hot lapping and, you know, things like that. So guys, hopefully you guys enjoy this. The next race will be this Sunday, 8 o'clock, North Loop, and I'll see you then, guys. Cheers.